You're doing everything right. So why does it feel like your life is still not moving? You're working, you're showing up, you're handling your responsibilities. So why does it feel like none of it is actually going anywhere? That's the part no one explains, because if you don't understand this, you're going to keep putting in effort and still feel stuck. I'm Cyrus Ausar. I run a Burnout Recovery Center, and for over 25 years, I work with people who look completely fine on the outside, but internally feel stuck. You don't feel stuck because you're not doing enough. You feel stuck because your effort doesn't feel like it's leading you anywhere. There's no clear connection between what you're actually doing and where you're going in your life. So you keep moving, but you don't feel progress. And this is where it gets frustrating, because nothing is technically wrong, but nothing feels right either. From the outside, your life looks fine. You're consistent, you're responsible, you're doing what you're supposed to do. But internally, it doesn't feel like progress. It feels like maintenance, the same routine, the same thoughts, the same cycle. And after a while, you start asking yourself, what am I doing this for? I worked with a woman in North Carolina. She was doing everything, hosting events, coaching people, showing up consistently. People would come, but they wouldn't show up financially. So she carried everything herself. And this went on for years. She was exhausted, but felt like she couldn't stop. 8 years in, same effort, same outcome. And she told me, I'm doing everything right, so why does it feel like I'm not growing? And the truth was, she wasn't stuck because she wasn't working. She was stuck because her effort wasn't connected to something that's actually going to move her forward. So it felt like she was pouring into something that wasn't pouring back. And that's where people break. Not because they're lazy, but because they're tired of putting energy into something that doesn't feel like it's going anywhere. I've been there too. Even when I was building this Burnout Recovery Center, I felt stuck, not because I wasn't working, but because I didn't have the proper clarity. I was helping everyone, different people, different situations, and because of that, I had no direction. So even though I was doing meaningful work, it still felt like I wasn't moving. And that's a different kind of frustration, because you can't quite pinpoint where you're stuck at. You just know you feel stuck. And when you don't have clarity, everything gets heavier. You start second guessing yourself. Simple decisions feel harder. You hesitate more than you move, not because you're incapable, but because you're unclear. And over time, that turns into mental weight. Let me say this the simplest way possible. This is how burnout actually starts. Not from doing too much, but from putting energy into something that doesn't feel like it's going anywhere, because effort without direction feels like wasted energy. And when your energy feels wasted, you don't just get tired, you start disconnecting. If this is hitting you, I created a Burnout Check-In that shows you exactly where you're mentally stuck at and why. You can grab it in the description or just comment reset. So what do you actually do? First, most people are asking the wrong question. They're asking, what should I be doing, instead of what actually moves my life forward? Not what keeps you busy, what creates movement. And secondly, too many directions is why you feel like you have none. Simplify, pick a direction and stay with it long enough to see it progress. And third, stop waiting to feel confident. Confident isn't a starting point. Movement is. Clarity comes from action, not before it. Most people are waiting to feel ready, but readiness comes from movement, not thinking, not planning, but moving. You're not stuck because you're not doing enough. You're stuck because your effort doesn't feel like it has direction. And once your effort has direction, you don't just move forward. You finally feel like you're moving again. You don't need more effort. You need more direction. If this resonated with you, comment reset below and I'll send you the Burnout Check-In Workbook. It's a simple way to understand where your burnout is coming from and how to start rebuilding. And if you're new here, this channel is all about helping people who feel overwhelmed, overworked, or stuck find their way back to clarity and energy.